Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing what we kind of know about everything with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. What is this movie going to be about, especially based upon of some of the recent casting reports for the characters and cast members that are going to be taking on and bringing some of these characters to life for this film. It gives us some more insights as to what this project is actually going to be about, potentially. We of course are going to go ahead and we're going to hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys with everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel almost daily. There is a lot of Star Wars news and stuff going around. It can be a lot to keep track of. It's exactly why we are here. Not just to keep you guys updated with everything, but also break it down for you guys and get a better understanding. As always, I really appreciate all of the support. Okay, so in this video, we are going to be taking a quick read from one of my favorites out there, StarWarsNewsNet.com. As an overall garnering source, I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. At this point, we are a year and a half away from the Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out in theaters on May of 2026. Definitely mark your calendars, and if we previously thought that we had an even of the slightest idea of what this project is actually going to be about, we found out just this week quite a bit how wrong we really are. On Monday, for starters, we learned that Rotta the Hutt, Jabba's son, the character from the Clone Wars movie, will be making the jump into live action and is to be a part of this project and on the big screen once again. And even more so, I find more so of a shock factor, is that Rotta the Hutt will apparently be voiced by none other than Jeremy Allen White of all people, which I find pretty hysterical, but honestly could be a really goated voiceover actor for this character and for this casting. So there's one tidbit for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, is that it's going to include Rotta the Hutt, who's presumably going to be a bit of a bad guy during the events of this project. I've heard some speculation of having Rotta the Hutt in the movie automatically would also mean that we have the potential to make our way back to Tatooine, which would equal Boba Fett, but I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves quite yet, because there really hasn't been much word on that. It really comes as a theory, and it's something I'd like to discuss in further detail and in further depth in a separate future video here on the channel. Several other questions arise from here. First, what does it even mean for Alan White to voice the character? Will Rotta speak basic or hardly any Huttonese, or will the actor pull off the regular, very low and hard to understand voice of a Hutt with voice manipulation? We've never really had a big name actor voicing a Hutt before, so we're quite curious about this choice. Also, the fact that they got him probably also means that he will have a big impact on the narrative, hopefully, rather than a throwaway cameo. He's likely one of the main antagonists of many of this movie. We were also introduced to the two Hutts in the Book of Boba Fett Disney Plus show, as I had mentioned, and this could finally be the payoff to a 4.5-year plot point. Will Rotta wipe out them at the beginning of the movie and establish his own rule of law, and kind of making his way back onto Tatooine at the point in time of the movie's release in 2026? By then, it will be like a 4.5-year plot point at that point. Not that it is now necessarily, but not bringing back Tamora Morrison back as Boba Fett and making your way to Tatooine would definitely raise a lot of eyebrows and even act as a bit of a disappointment, I think, to many fans. So when Tamora Morrison is asked about being Boba Fett in the movie, he's definitely got to be throwing us off of the scent, because last we had heard is that he hadn't gotten a call or was working on anything really Star Wars related. And also at the same time, how weird would it for it to not have been Rotta the Hutt, not to be on Tatooine, where his family has lived for decades and really practically had owned. I guess that at some points he must have left, since he wasn't there during the events of Return of the Jedi or the Book of Boba Fett. So the stars are perfectly aligned for this to happen and to have something go on with that. Bringing back Rotta the Hutt essentially proves that Dave Filoni has been on a hold my beer kind of moment with Star Wars fans for the past 15 years with the Clone Wars animated movie. Ever since the Clone Wars animated movie was torn apart because of Ahsoka, Snips, and annoying Hutt babies, and among other complaints, Filoni embarked on a redemption arc in the eyes of the fandom, finally ascending amid claps and cheers to the throne of Chief Creative Officer. Along the way, he's doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down on Ahsoka Tano as a character, and now he makes that jump to the big screen. He's bringing Rotta the Hutt with him. Honestly, it's such a beautiful full circle kind of thing, and I'm really looking forward to it. As speculation I've seen on Reddit, it's becoming increasingly likely in their eyes that Sigourney Weaver will be playing some type of villain in the movie as well, unfortunately. I mean, I normally see her as a good guy because of the Alien movies, but possibly as some type of Imperial remnant leader, potentially maybe even being a part or have some types of kind of ties and connections to the Shadow Council. How exactly will Rotta the Hutt also factor into the plot is still unknown, but this week we did get some proof that the Shadow Council will make an appearance in the movie when Deadline.com reported that Johnny Coyne will be reprising his role from The Mandalorian Season 3 and being a part of the Shadow Council. We'd imagine the first thing that this council will have to deal with is the death of Moff Gideon, but more importantly, the arrival of Grand Admiral Thrawn, and that seems to be more critical of a thing for the council. So we wonder if maybe Sigourney Weaver's character may be like a Moff Gideon replacement almost. And now with the arrival of Grand Admiral Thrawn as well, we'll see how that kind of all plays out in the actual movie as well. It definitely seems that it's getting quite of a cluster of bad guys coming to the big screen between the Hutts and the Imperial Remnants and the Shadow Council and Thrawn. There's a lot of bad guys. Hopefully there'll be more good guys though. Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and Sabine are kind of out in a different galaxy though. That's something that would be a bit difficult to really get for the movie, but hopefully we are able to get some more friends to take on some of these foes in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been an unofficial Star Wars. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Different theories as well. I'm all ears. Let's discuss. I love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Also, leave a like on the video as it really does help out the channel. I really appreciate it. Make sure you also check out our merch shop. Use our codes Ahsoka in all caps to get some cash off of your orders. I also have some Amazon affiliate links in the description down below, so if you're looking to buy something from Amazon, whether it's a gift or something for yourself, check out our available links in the description down below. It helps out the channel at no additional cost of yourself and really means a lot. I'll continue to keep those links updated so they're always changing, so make sure you check them out for what new products we may have available. With whatever way you decide to support the channel, whether it's simply watching today's video or even purchasing a product, it means the absolute world to me. So thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.
Goodbye, old friend. May the Force be with you.